SpaceX Starlink Internet worldwide blackout. This is what you need to know. Let's go check it out. Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much once again joining me for tea time. Today we have a little bit of fireside. That smokiness, guys, that smokiness. I hope you're joining me with your cup of tea, maybe a cup of coffee, hanging out, talking tech, talking photo, talking video. Today is a tech day. We're going to be talking about SpaceX Starlink today because last night it all went south. Oh man, it was a complete worldwide blackout. I shouldn't say complete, but there was tens of thousands of us that did not have internet because Starlink did go down. So what I ended up doing is immediately going over to the community page or the community tab on this channel. There's so many just great folks over there. And I said, you know what? I'm going to let them know all of the things that I have found. And then maybe you guys can tell me what you have found and we can combine them all together and try to figure this out, flesh it out, so to speak, and see what is going on. Now, before I get into this, I just want to say that if you don't know what Starlink is, most likely you didn't click on this video. But if you have and you still don't know what Starlink is, basically it is a project that Elon Musk put together with SpaceX to create an internet or broadband high-speed internet access for everyone. For people that normally do not have conventional internet because they're in a rural environment somewhere, this is the whole purpose of Starlink. Now, Starlink currently has about 4,500 operational satellites in LEO or low Earth orbit. These satellites are revolving around the Earth at about 550 kilometers at 17,000 miles per hour. And we here on the ground, residential, business, even government, can use those satellites to have full high-speed internet access while being anywhere on the planet. You could literally be in the air, you could be on the water someplace in the middle of the ocean, you could be in the desert someplace. It doesn't make any difference where you're located, you will still have internet access. That's the whole idea behind Starlink. And as of today, Starlink has become indispensable to many customers, residential, educational, business, even nations at war. We are now relying on Starlink for internet access no matter where we are on the planet. Elon Musk's goal was to bridge the digital divide, the divide between the haves and have-nots, the haves of high-speed internet access and the have-nots. And he has actually been making this a reality. So that is what Starlink is. Well, as of last night, Tuesday, there was a full blackout or an outage that occurred with SpaceX Starlink. And like I said, went immediately to the community page and I asked people if they were out, and if they were out, where are they located? Because I wanted to figure out, was this a regional blackout? Was it a US only blackout? Or even worse, was it a worldwide outage? And what we found out was it was a worldwide outage. Hundreds of you on the community tab told us where you were and if you were having an outage and how long that outage has been going on for. Thank you for that. This community has just become so just big and just so good. The people are just really giving, and I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And at the time, I took note on where some of these outages were occurring so that we know that it is worldwide. And I wrote down that some of these people were in Ontario, somewhere in Alaska, as far as Mozambique, Africa, New Zealand, Philippines, all over. Everyone was experiencing this outage. What I did is I went on to X, or the formerly known as Twitter, to see what Starlink or SpaceX was saying about it. And as of 8:33, they acknowledged there was this outage going on, which we already knew. It said Starlink is currently in a network outage and we are actively implementing a solution. So that to me means that there is a problem and they're trying to fix it. If that's really the case, I'll get into that in just a second. So about 30 minutes into this blackout, I said, you know what? We know that it's a worldwide outage. Let me go and head over to downdetector.com. If you don't know about that, you can go check that out. It is a website that just tests to see if a server is up or if a website is up, and then it averages about how many people are currently experiencing that outage. And what I found was Starlink was showing about right around 33,000 customers without coverage. Now that 33,000 number peaked at right around 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So after figuring out that there was about 33,000 of you that didn't have internet from Starlink, I said, you know what? Let me post this over to the community page, and then I'm going to head over to a subreddit to see if I can find more information about the outage, but everyone in the subreddit was also in the dark. Pardon the pun. No one had any additional information. So the question is, what caused this outage? And it's pure speculation on my part, but I really do think that this was a planned outage. Worldwide outage. Now, the reason I say this is because they never said that there was a specific problem. Like the last time that there was a major outage, it's because they ended up not paying their bill, so to speak. Their certificate at a bunch of the ground stations ended up expiring, and then everyone went down. I'm not going to get into all that, but you can watch another video that I did over here about their certs being expired, which caused a major blackout. I do think that this time it was not due to some stupid mistake, right? Where someone forgot to pay the bill, they did not update their certificate, and now the whole thing was down. That did not happen. I really do think that this was a planned outage, but I just don't understand why they wouldn't warn the customers. Because you know that these updates happen. Warn the customers, or if you're not going to warn the customers, roll out the update so that the update happens at, let's say, 2 a.m. in the specific area in their time zone, let's say. So everyone is getting this update at 2 a.m. It doesn't matter where you are on the planet. So that's my suggestion. Now, if they can do it, they can't do it, I really don't know. Obviously, I do not work for them, so I don't know. But what I did find out from a lot of you guys is that a lot of your routers came up saying that they needed to be updated. Push this to update your router. And you were writing in, should we update it now or should we wait? Now, I updated mine because mine actually said that. And what was really strange is said that it needed to be updated, but I didn't even have internet connection anymore. So that means that it downloaded the latest update prior to going down. Really strange, right? Very strange. So I did the update and it ended up going through its whole rebooting process. And when it does that, usually it's down for about 15 minutes, but it was all done. It reflashed the firmware, it re-updated everything, and it was back. But of course it was not online because the service was still down. And that's the exact same thing that you guys experienced too. So I do feel that the majority of the Starlink users are going to receive this update. This firmware update. This update could be firmware update that's in the modem, that's inside the dish, or it could be an update to the router, or it could be to both. I do think that we will also see an update to the software, the application. Doesn't matter if you run it through iOS or if you're running it through Android, there'll probably be an update. Whenever something like this happens, they usually update the software, and then all of a sudden there's these new features. So what should you do now? Right? So number one, I would say log into your Starlink app and check for updates. Might be already an update sitting there. You just hit update now and it'll do its update. If not, check for updates. And if there is an update, update your router. That's number one. Number two, while you're in the app, also check to see if your dish heater is turned on. What happens a lot of times is when they do these updates and they reboot, the heater turns on and it stays on. And people start getting worried, and they should, like me in Florida where it's 90, 100 degrees out. You really don't need the heater on, okay? It's not really a heater. What it's doing is actually it's increasing the amperage inside of the modem or inside of the electronics of the dish, which heats it up. You don't need to do that when it's 90, 100 degrees out. If not, you're gonna burn out your dish. So check to see if that is on. If it's stuck on and it's been on for many hours, you might want to reboot again and see if you can turn it off. Either turn the heater onto the off position or turn the heater to auto. But you just don't want it just on all the time. Like I said, sometimes it just turns itself on and then it stays on for X number of hours or X number of minutes and then it'll turn itself off. I don't know if it does that to test things. It could. I really don't know, but it's something to just be aware of. And finally, number 3, like I said before, I really do think that they're going to push out a new app. So go onto your Android store or go into your Apple store, check for Starlink, and then see if it says that there is an update available. If there's an update available, click it, do the update, and see what you got. You might end up with these new features that you never had before, which is a good thing. If I see a new update come out, as always, I'll report back to you guys and I'll let you know what those features are. So rest assured, I'm on this. Anyways, guys, I hope you found this interesting. If you have, throw the video a thumbs up. That'll be very helpful. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And if you are, click this little button over here so when I go live or when a new video comes out, you'll be notified of it immediately. If you want more Starlink content, I'll put a link right here. There is about 185 videos, simply Starlink videos, how-tos, tips, tricks, what to do, what not to do, what to buy, what not to buy, and more importantly, why. Also, if you want to say thank you for all of my hard work, there's a little thank you button right down here. You can give $1 or $2 if you like. If not, that's fine too. Consider becoming a member of the channel. That would be even better. And if you're looking for a VPN or if you need a static IP address or do port forwarding, check out PureVPN. The nice folks over there gave us a promo code, which is JCristina. If you use that at checkout, you'll get an additional 15% off. They're already crazy price. I think they got like 50, 60, 70% off right now. Anyways, use JCristina at checkout and you will get that additional 15% off. Or you can simply go to jcristina.com/VPN. Once again, jcristina.com/VPN. It'll take you right there. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for being here. We will see you in the next one. Head over to my website, jcristina.com, where you can find all the photography tools I've invented for you and me over the years, and hopefully there's something there that you might like. And if there is, please pick it up and support me and my family. That's it, guys. I'm out of here for another vlog. Many blessings to you and your family. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you in the next one. Love you all.